What if I told you that one question, just 4 words, could completely, utterly change the direction of someone's day? Now, I'm not talking about a motivational speak or a team meeting. It's not a policy or anything written, but it's simple 4 words asked at the right moment to the right person in the right way. Leadership coach Craig Groeschel says that people don't leave jobs, they leave leaders who make them feel invisible. And John C. Maxwell, who spent decades studying what makes great leaders, puts it very simply: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So stay with me for a few minutes because I'm going to show you very simply the question that does exactly that. The one simple thing you can do before you leave work today. Here's the reality of school and nursery life at the moment. Your team is holding an enormous amount, juggling so much. Maybe the child who came in distress this morning, the parent complaint they haven't had a chance to process. Maybe it's an observation they're dreading. There's so many possibilities, and that's despite what's going on at home. And nobody knows about that, do they? And what do most of us do as leaders? We press on. We focus on what needs to get done. We assume that if someone needed something different, they'd ask us. Jay Shetty talks about this beautifully. He says we're so busy performing our roles that we forget we're in relationship with people. And it's the quality of those relationships that determines everything: the culture, the retention, the well-being, and ultimately the outcomes for our children. So, what is this 4 word question? What do you need? You might extend it. What do you need from me right now? That's it. 4 words. No agenda, no assumption, no fix already loaded in your mind. What do you need? Think about what happens in the brain when someone asks you that. You feel seen. You feel like someone has pressed pause on the busyness of the day and actually looked at you, not your to-do list, not your marking, your data, but you. Craig Groeschel teaches that the most powerful thing a leader can do is notice. It's not about performing leadership tasks, but genuinely noticing the people around them. And noticing doesn't require a long conversation. It doesn't require a formal check-in, not a meeting. It just requires your presence. And that question, what can I do? What do you need from me right now? And this touches someone's heart. It says, I see that something is happening for you. I'm not going to pretend it isn't, but I'm not too busy to care. And here's the interesting thing for me. And I say this from personal experience because I was a leader. Don't ask this question if you're afraid of the answer, because so often we are scared of answers, aren't we? What are we going to get? What if they want us to fix something? Or what if we're opening a Pandora's box? But actually, what I've learned through coaching leaders and through trying this question is that people don't actually always need you to fix anything. Sometimes they just need to know that someone's noticed, that they're not invisible in this place, that they matter as a human being, not just as a member of staff. In fact, when you ask, what do you need? What do you need from me right now? Someone might just say, honestly, I just needed someone to notice, to acknowledge me, to acknowledge it. You've already done the most important thing. And when you, as a leader, ask this question regularly, not as a script, but as a genuine habit, something shifts in the culture of a school, of a nursery. People start to feel psychologically safe. They start to speak up earlier, before small things become big things. They're more likely to stay. They're more likely to give their best. You see, that extra mile your team goes flows naturally from people who feel valued. This is what thriving looks like. It's not just well-being policies on a wall, is it? It's not just cake on a Friday. This is about leaders who are genuinely present with their people. And that question trains you as a leader to become more attuned. The more you ask it, the more you naturally start to notice. You spot the person who's quieter than usual. You check in with the one who gave a tight smile instead of a real one. You become that leader who people feel safe being honest with. So here is your one simple action for today. Before you finish working, find one member of your team, just one who you sense might be carrying something, and ask them genuinely, what do you need from me right now? What do you need? Not in passing, but stand still, make eye contact, ask it like you mean it, and then simply listen. Really listen. You don't need to offer a solution. You don't need to give an answer. Just ask. Because great leadership isn't always found in the big decisions. Sometimes it lives in the smallest moments. The pause, being present. The question that says you matter. You matter here and now. If this resonated with you, would you share it with someone in your life who needs to hear it? And if you're a school or a nursery leader who wants to build a team culture where everybody truly thrives, I've got resources linked below that can help you to do exactly that. Connect with me.